Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the second All Fantasy Armies Battle Royale. We are returning with new factions and some old factions with tweaks to them. Stay tuned, this is going to be an epic battle. There are 8 teams scattered throughout this modern city here. Each team has different numbers of troopers. However, every trooper in each team's health adds all the way up to 1 million, making it an even battle. Representing Game of Thrones, we have the White Walkers over here. There are 133 of them with 7,500 health apiece. Over here, we have the 501st Clone Trooper Legion representing Star Wars with 5,000 soldiers, each soldier sitting at 200 health apiece. Over here, we have the Elven Archers representing Lord of the Rings. They have 6,666 soldiers with 150 health apiece. Over here, we have the adorable Pikachu army as usual with 4,000 soldiers and 250 health each. Over here, we've got the Halo ODST Marines with 360 health apiece and 2,857 soldiers. Up next, representing Marvel, we have the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. soldiers. Each agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. over here has 180 health, and there are 5,555 of them. Over here, we've got some Warhammer Marines. We've got 400 of them, and they each have 2,500 health, representing, of course, Warhammer 40k. Over this way, we've got an army of Combine soldiers from Half-Life. There are 5,000 of them with 200 health apiece. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is the roster for this battle. I tried to include some brand new factions in here, as well as some of the older ones that were fan favorites, and I tried to make it as evenly as possible. Of course, we're using the term fantasy loosely here because we do have some sci-fi and superhero stuff in here as well, but you know what? It's just for fun, so let's have a good time. Be sure to smash the like button if you enjoy, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below who you think is gonna win this time. Alright boys, here we go, pressing start right now. I want to really quick apologize for not doing Rico's Brigade this weekend. Normally I do that on Saturdays, of course. However, I just had this homework assignment that was really killing me, and it was really important because this is a 400 level course for college, and I need to graduate with a good grade for my GPA in that, so I just had to do the responsible thing and do schoolwork before Rico's Brigade. So I apologize about that. I hope you guys can understand. It was just an important choice for me to do, and I think I made the right one. But, you know, instead of doing that, we're doing one of these, which is really fun. It takes a little bit less time to make, and people seem really into them. So I am happy about that. So real quick, as the battle sort of begins to rage behind us here, I needed to make some editorial notes. I lowered the amount of modern soldiers, aka the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. here, from 5,555 troopers to 4,000 troopers, and I did the same thing to the Combine soldiers over here. I lowered their numbers down to just 2,000, and that's because both of these units have extremely powerful guns. These guns were way more powerful than I thought, and I hadn't really factored in the damage perspective into this whole thing, so I had to make adjustments to the battlefield for that. But overall, the battle should be the most even one we've had yet, and I added a bunch of new stuff to it, you know? I think if we did the same battle Royale we did last time with the various fantasy armies. It would just get boring. So we got some new factions in here, which I think are very exciting, as well as some returning factions, which I also think are very exciting. I think the Halo 3 ODSTs are looking fierce. They're looking fine. I am loving that we have them in there. I also really like how for Star Wars we've got the 501st Troopers. I know that's definitely going to be a fan favorite. I think the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. are really cool because, for one, there was a lot of people rooting for Marvel. Marvel is, of course, one of the, most popular franchises of all time now. And so there was a lot of people rooting for Marvel in the comment section of the last one of these we did. However, there were complaints that I added Captain America, and I can completely understand where you guys are coming from with those complaints. I mean, he's just too spongy of a god unit, and it makes the combat with him frankly kind of boring because he's so spongy. So I thought a great compromise would be to add Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I saw a lot of comments saying, hey, you should have done Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. instead since they're more of a military. And I totally agree. Sadly, there isn't an official Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. unit, but I felt like modern soldiers represent Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. fine. I mean, most of the time you see Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. operatives running in with Kevlar, except usually they're in all black instead of desert camo, so I guess these are desert camo Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. We got to use our imagination a little bit here, boys. I also really like the addition of the Combine soldiers. I am a huge Half-Life fan, and it is, of course, one of the most popular game franchises of all time as well. If only we could get the third one. And I think the Combine soldiers are a great addition. They're just so cool looking. I love the design of a good Combine soldier. They're sick, dude. They are sick. Also, for the Lord of the Rings, we switched it up a little bit and went with the elves. This is an archer unit. Previous times when we included Lord of the Rings, we did do melee units, and I think ranged units are kind of the way to go. There is actually only one melee unit in this shindig right now, and that would be the White Walkers. And they, of course, have extremely good health on the battlefield. Except I think they already got wiped out. Honestly, as we continue to go on, I think we're going to see units starting to get wiped out, and the Warhammer 40k units are starting to hurt too right now. Oh no, they've got a whole bunch over here. They're killing the Pikachu units right now. Wait, what? Oh my god! Did you hear that? We're in slow motion, so the Pikachu units are doing the, their Pikachu or whatever, but it's going Pikachu. Meanwhile, a bunch of 40k soldiers are like killing these rats, and they're just going Pikachu. Like they're bloody, dying on the ground, and all you can hear is Pikachu. That's absolutely brutal right there. Holy cow. One fun thing about the Pikachu army, and I really like the Pikachu army, it's so derpy. It like, I'll be honest, it doesn't fit with these other sci-fi / fantasy armies. Not that well, but I think it's cool. An army of Pokemon, to me, just seems sick. And one thing interesting about these guys is they have really low range of attack. So as you can see, they have to get right up in the wheelhouse of these Warhammer 40k guys in order to actually shoot them, which, results in them getting shot before they can really reach them. But what they do have is they have pretty decent health, and they've also got amazing speed. They are the fastest unit on the battlefield, so it makes it so they can rush their targets really, really quickly. As for the Warhammer 40k guys, these are sort of tanky units. They have fewer troopers, but they've got some pretty good health, the second best health behind the White Walkers on the battlefield at this very moment. Warhammer 40k is something that I never really got into as a kid, and therefore I'm not super into right now. It sort of turned out everything I was really into as a kid, I'm still into now. Pokemon, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, stuff like that. And so Warhammer 40k, I just never experienced because none of my friends were into it, so therefore no one ever really brought me in on it. But to be honest, it looks really sick, and I want to be in on it. I want to learn the lore. I want to start doing more Warhammer 40k stuff. So it is cool to have these guys on the battlefield right now, and I do have to say, it is a fan favorite, boys. It is an absolute fan favorite. People love Warhammer 40k. So it is good to see them being represented. I couldn't find these mods before, but I finally did, so I am glad to have them in the game. They're doing pretty well. They, of course, have less units than everyone else, but they're beefier units. Alright, the 501st is sort of clumped together in different regions over here in the middle and then on the far right. They seem to be cleaning up the Halo 3 ODSTs. Actually, the Halo 3 ODSTs don't need cleaning up. They're going pretty strong right now. They're just very split up, which is never a great thing. They're taking on the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. as well. The Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Still having to deal with the Combine soldiers over here. The Combine soldiers have taken some pretty extreme losses, but they're just chasing down the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. boys. Yeah, have they really fought anyone else in this battle? Oh no, they've fought over here. Okay, the Combine soldiers are going up against some more elvish boys over this way too. The elves, of course, have the lowest health, but they've got some serious numbers. So as we can see, I mean, the elves have taken some horrific losses, but they've got such large numbers that I'm pretty sure they still outnumber everyone on the battlefield right now. Actually, we can check. So there are 830 modern soldiers remaining, 420 501st troopers remaining. They are not doing so hot right now. The Emperor's Children's, the Chaos Marines? I didn't know they were called the Emperor's Children's. That's kind of creepy. They only have 50 boys remaining right now. The Elven Archers have 3K remaining, which is honestly pretty decent, although they have lost a hefty chunk of their troopers. They've actually lost a ton. The Halo 3 ODST boys have 300 troopers remaining. The White Walkers have 0, the Pikachus have 0, and the Combine soldiers have 850 troopers remaining. So we're actually looking like it's going to be a pretty big showdown between a lot of the factions right now, which is something I like to see. I like that a lot of the factions do have a lot of units left alive at the very moment. I think one thing that you really need to realize is that spawn locations help a ton. And I tried to evenly distribute the spawn locations as much as I possibly could, but the problem is, certain units gravitate towards certain regions during the battle. And so, the Warhammer 40k guys, it just happened to be that the Pikachus, the Elves, and the Halo 3 ODSTs, and the 501st all went for him. For the 501st, it seemed like just about everyone was gunning for them. For the Combine soldiers, they were kind of in the corner and doing okay, and the Dwarves were also doing okay, and I think that's why both of those units each have so many troopers left alive right now, because they both were sort of, at the start of the battle, a little bit less aggressive and a little bit more chill, which I think is helping them in the long run right now. Halo 3 ODST units are very split up. That is such a bad thing to be right now. It's going to result in them, I think, coming to an early grave here in this battlefield. They're so split up. They're taking on multiple armies all at once right now. It's not looking too good for them. The Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. also very split up. The only group that seems to be very compact right now are the Elves, which are just cruising in and crushing a whole lot of fellas. The Combine soldiers have some units over here still alive. Actually, they're pretty bulked up together right now too, so perhaps they've got a chance at winning this thing. I mean, the nice thing is, at the end of the day, any trooper with at least one unit left alive can still win. They just got to get really lucky, They do just kind of got to get really lucky and manage to hold out against some pretty extreme odds. As you can see here, the Elves, they drop so fast. They lose soldiers within 1 or 2 hits so quickly. But they've got that large army, which really helps them out. But they have the lowest health out of any unit on the battlefield, which can make it a little bit tough for them. It really does, because they're just getting chopped to bits right now. Here come the Combine soldiers from over there. And it seems like the Elves might have actually destroyed the Halo. Yep, Halo troopers are down for the count. There's one modern soldier, aka Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. left. I don't know where he is, honestly, on the battlefield. And the Elves have lost a considerable amount of troopers, about 2,000, but they still have about 2,000 left, and they are, wait, what? Oh, no, that's not how that works. Nope. The elves only have 1,800 remaining, which means they have lost about 4,600 units in total. That's insane. That's a lot of losses, but they've killed 1,600 units. That makes a lot more sense. So they have not actually gotten a lot of kills when they started with 6,666 troopers. That's not very good. On the opposite side of things, the Combine soldiers still have 400 units left, but they've gotten 4,500 kills, which is pretty beastly. The 501st actually has the most kills right now with 5,119, a very respectable amount of kills. The Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. got 3,300 kills. The Chaos Marines, theirs is cut off because their name was so long. Oh, they got 3,842 kills. That's really good. That's more than the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. right there. The Elven Archers have gotten 1,700 kills, which is one of the fewest. The Halo ODSTs got 3,735, which is very impressive, and just under the Chaos Marines and just over the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. The White Walkers only got 550 kills, so not the greatest performance from them. They did mediocre at the end of the day. And then the Pikachus only got 150 kills, which is really bad. That is really, really bad right now. Like, Pikachus, ooh. I feel bad, man. I feel bad. The Combine soldiers have 5,000 kills. They're actually about to surpass the 501st in terms of number of kills, and I think they're gonna manage to do that simply because they stayed in the game for so long. The 501st got knocked out relatively quickly, and the Combine soldiers have had just more of an opportunity to fight weaker units, which racks them up a few more kills. You know what I'm saying? So it's 1,000 Elven Archers versus about 160 Combine soldiers. I do think the Elven Archers are going to manage to seize the day and win this one. But all in all, a very close match between all of these, you know, fandom armies. You know? That's a better term for it than fantasy armies, but it makes more sense for people watching the videos to click on something saying fantasy armies, because it just sounds more correct, but fandom would be more accurate, in my opinion. But, yeah, I mean, everyone fought a really good battle here. It was very close in the end. Very, very close. Most units all got around the same number of kills, which is actually really a telling sign that this was a very even battle. So there you go. Lord of the Rings manages to win this one with their Elven Archers. They started with 6,666 units with only 150 health each, and they are down to 600. They lost 6,000 units. They could have lost if they had gotten unlucky here. I mean, this was sheer luck that they won, basically. You know, their bows are... they're okay. They have slow projectile speed, and their accuracy isn't as good as the laser, but they do some good damage. Doo-doo. They do, of course, have those numbers, which is their biggest advantage. But even that, they came close to losing. Everyone got really similar kill counts. I mean, the Elven Archers only got 2,000 kills, which is bottom tier. You know? It's third worst. That's pretty bad. And the Combine soldiers actually did manage to get up to number 1. I think what they did was they ended up killing the scraps of a lot of enemies. They basically killed the scraps of Halo, Star Wars, and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which resulted in their high kill count, you know, and they killed a lot of archers in the end who are easy to kill. So that's kind of why the Combine soldiers did so well. And they've got a good gun, too, so there's that. The 501st had the second highest number of kills with 5,100. It's just an all-around impressive battle. I'm really happy with how this one turned out. We could do a third one where, once again, I can switch up the units because, of course, you know, I have various different units for Star Wars. We could do stormtroopers, we can do battle droids, stuff like that. I have various units for Lord of the Rings. We can do orcs, we can do, you know, different human armies. I've got multiple Pokemon armies we could do. Sadly, I only have the White Walkers for Game of Thrones. I do have, I think, 2 other Warhammer armies we could give a try. There are other Marvel superheroes, but I think the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. works the best. Halo, I've got Spartans we can use, which would sort of be the equivalent of, I would say, Republic Commandos slash Warhammer units. I suppose we could do an elite unit battle where we just have elite units from each faction. That would be cool. I don't know. There's a lot of possibilities. I like this a lot. Either way, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below what you thought of the battle and what you'd like to see next. I'll see y'all in the next one, fellas. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.